And welcome to the yarn room. This is Angie, and this is Crochet Along Wednesday. Today we will be learning how to make a magic ring and create our first round of single crochets around that. We're still working with single crochets. I'm just showing you the basics. That way you can go from here and explore other things. But once you know the basics, you can do anything. And let me see if I can put this up here. And this is a circle, and it has 6 single crochets. Let's see if we can count them. I'm going to start at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Then that one's not one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just where we joined. Alrighty, well, let's get to it, buddies. Let's get to it. Welcome in, welcome in. Once you make a magic ring, you can make anything. This is a magic ring here, and we're going to make a chicken today. How would you like to learn how to do that? Let me run off and go get my stuffing because I did forget that. I thought I was prepared. But here is my stuffing. Keep it in my little Ziploc baggie. So it's right there. Yeah. Ooh, and I got to bring my little bells up here just in case we meet our goals, which I know we will. Okay, so today we are going to be learning how to make a magic ring. If you're interested in that, please stay tuned. Today I'm going to be working with this. I don't know if I'm going to be working with this brown. I thought I was going to make the chicken out of that, but I still have the blue from that chicken. Should we go with the same chicken? Let's go with the same color. Let's go with the same color. Let's put this over there. Okay, so we're going to work out of the center of here. What you're going to need is just a hook. I'm using a 4mm hook. Where is it? Where does it say? If it's chewed up by your dog, it works even better, let me tell you. We're going to need the base color of your chicken, which is we're going to do it blue again. I decided I was going to do a brown. Should I do a brown? Yes, let's do it brown. Okay. Then we need red for the comb up here. Then we're going to need the gold for the beak and the feet. I don't have the feet here. I have it on another chicken. That these are the feet we're going to create, and they go back and forth. Isn't that just so, like, adorable? Okay, so he's going to be on the side here, on the sideline, waiting for me to show you guys how to make that part. And scissors, of course, and needle, of course, which I don't have here, and our rings. Let me see. Where are my favorite rings? My favorite rings, are they in here? What happened to my favorite rings? My favorite rings are bobby pins. I don't know. I don't have them in here. I'll have to go find some later. But these are what we're going to use right now. Okay? All right. Let's go with the brown. So there are many different ways to make a magic ring. Okay? We're going to work on that. You can... we started a chain last week. And we know how to work that, right? So let's get a refresher. I'm going to cross over, yarn over, and pull through, and that's chain 1. And here's the second chain right here. And we're going to yarn over and pull through again. And that's our chain. Remember how to make the chain? Well, this chain can also act as your magic ring. You see that we have this circle here, and that's our first loop that we made over our hook. Well, we're going to insert our hook into that loop and make 6 single crochets, keeping our tension nice and even. So that's 1, And we're going to keep this tail and work around the tail as well. And that's 2. And at this point, I want to go ahead and add these thingies, what they called stitch markers. So that was 1. And this is 2. This is the first one here because I made 2 stitches. Hello, somebody's in here leaving me some love. Hello, Shima. We are doing the ultra beginner magic ring. And we're going to do several ways. So that's 2 stitches inside that first stitch. This is 3. Keep your stitches even. 3, 4. And don't worry, I'm going to show you again, so don't get frustrated if I'm going too fast. 5 and 6. And the way we create this magic ring is basically always just having a little string, a little tail to pull that together, all those stitches in that one. And we know this is marking our first stitch. So let's take it out of there. And that's where we're going to insert our hook so that we can complete our circle. Now look, see, Angie. It wouldn't be Angie in the yarn room if she wasn't having some sort of troubles happening. Now that we're going to make a slip stitch. And we pull this yarn here. Hello, Dawn. Welcome in. We're learning magic rings and how to start your first circle. Casey Martin, hello. And so that's how we do that one, okay? So remember, as always, don't get frustrated. You can go back and watch this live. It's on my replay, or you can rewind if you need to. But I'm going to re-show this again. So how we achieve this little circle. Let's frog it. Ribbit. We make we make 2 chains. 1, 2. And we use that first chain as our magic ring. And this tail is hanging off of there. So you chain 2. You insert your hook into that first chain and you make a single crochet. Now, be a good girl, Angie, and let's, if this little hook thingies, if I could pick them up, let's mark our first stitch. Don't want to lose our first stitch, okay? That's 1. And again, we're going through this. Hello, Lydia. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, leave me some likes, people. I'm doing great, Casey. Doing great. Okay, so let me without stopping, let's go. That was 1 stitch. 2. 3. And we're going all in that first stitch. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Now, you guys already know how to make single crochets. We learned that in our first video. If you haven't, you can go back and watch it. The last crochet along, we did that. Let's see, how many do we have here? We know this is the first one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're done. We only need 6 for what we're going to be doing. But in this ring, you can make as many as you want, but usually it's 6 or 12, depending on the hook size, depending on what you're making. And then you kind of pull this tail right here, and it tightens up that first ring we were working in, the first chain. And then we're going to insert our hook into the first stitch, which we have marked here, which I do not want to take it off because every time I take it off, I see I lose it. Don't let me lose it. There it is right there. Don't take your eyes off of it, Angie. There's your first stitch right there. Okay. Even to this day, I still have that problem. That's why I'm glad I'm starting to use those stitch markers. And we slip stitch it and we have our first round. Okay? And this right here, you tighten it up and then you're going to work it in with a needle all the way through. Or if your name is Angie, you will tie it to this first, the working yarn, and keep it closed. So now we're going to learn a different way. Frog it, frog it, frog it. You know what, Raslin? Exactly. My Noah story. I grew up with it and I love it. Hi, Melissa. Oh, I missed somebody. Heather, love your nails. Thank you so much. Go ahead and leave me some likes. I have a goal of 100 likes today. Didn't reach my goal yet day before yesterday, but let me take care of some business here real quick. I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb and people are disturbing me. Let's see. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Now, another way to make a magic ring is to chain. Same thing, we're doing our chains. We all know how to do the chain. That is the basic of crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this first one we're not going to work into. We're going to slip stitch into it. And we're going to tighten it up. Going to throw this tail in the back. And now we have this little thingy happening here. It's our 4 chains. And we're going to go in the center of those 4 chains. And we are going to make a single crochet. And we are going to be good. And we are going to mark this little thingy so we don't get lost, Angie. So that's our first single crochet. And we are not working inside. This stitch marker is closer than anything. We're not working inside the stitches. We're working in between that little ring we made with the chain. So that's 2, 3. Do you see how that is? 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. And it's all in between that little ring we made a 4th. And this one really holds, and you're still running over, working over your little tail, because we're going to use that to tighten it up. Let's see if it works. Oh, maybe I didn't work over it well enough. Well, okay. Where's our first stitch? Right there, because we marked it, right? Insert your hook into that first stitch. Yay! I like to do it this way. That way I know I really did not go in the wrong one. And we slip stitch. Look at that, people. We have another magic ring. Another circle. And this is the circle for the bottom of this little chicken we're going to make today. Okay? Let's see. Those are 2 ways to make a magic ring. My way that I love to do it is just chaining 2. Let's see, that's the wrong way. Chaining 2, people. You get your hook, and for those who came in a little later, this is a 4mm hook, and it only works if your dog has chewed it up. If your dog has chewed it up, this is a magic hook. Oh, gosh, I have a lot of magic hooks. Remember last week's tutorial? If not, you can go back and watch how to make the chain. 1, 2. This is my favorite way to make the magic circle. Now in that first chain, I made it a little wider by sticking my finger in there. We're going to work in there, and we're going to work around this tail too. So keep this tail over here on the side. And we're going to make a single crochet. And we're going to go ahead and start the chicken. Oh no, Casey. Go to bed. Go to bed. Okay, you guys, don't forget to leave me a like. I see lots of you guys in here. Even if you're not going to chat, just double tap your screen or go look for that thumbs up and leave me a like. I love it. My goal is 100. Okay, so this is the first way that I showed you to do it. Remember? We made our, how many? 2 chains. Go into the first chain and make a single crochet. And before we do anything, let's put in our Hi, dang it. I can't see it. My first single crochet. Let me make another single crochet. That way I can see the 2. Let's keep our tension right, Angie. 2 single crochets. Where is my first one? 1, 2. It's just kind of tiny. And that's how I end up losing them. You know what I mean? That's how I end up losing them. Let's pull this out. It's right there. Can you see that? 1 and 2. Because I made 2 stitches. And I'm just a little fumble fingers. That's okay. I think that's name of a shop over here in my area. Oh, no, not fumble fingers. Sorry. Nimble fingers. Okay, you know what? No shame in starting over, people. No shame. 1, 2, work into the first chain. That's 1. And then 2. And I'm going to go back and see if my stitches look prettier now. Because who knows what Angie was up to before. 1 and 2. Really? Who's the teacher around here, people? My gosh. Okay, that's 1. We got it in there. Okay, we're on stitch 2, working in that first chain that we made. Starting off just making 2 chains. That's 2. And that's 3. Do you see how I'm working over this tail? That's 4. Oh no, he just came out. Put him back in. Oh, was that 4? 5. Working over that tail and into that first chain. And 6. If we don't, and I'm always uncertain, let's go back and count, okay? We marked our first stitch. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. I did not make a 6. Thank goodness I went back to check it. When you watch this replay, if you're learning, you're ultra beginner, you can slow me down on the settings. Let's count again. Oh, it fell out. What is wrong with you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had already made 6. Okay, now we're going to insert it into, we're going to pull our string actually to tighten up that first little loop, and we're going to go into that first single crochet that we made, and I know where it is because it's stretched out from that hook, from that stitch marker, and we are going to slip stitch, and there is our first row round. Thank you for leaving me likes, people. Hello, Mask Lady. Hello, how are you? Thank you. Anna, hello. I don't know, Melissa. I don't know where my bobby pins are. I had them. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy some especially for here. And I have the white ones because I have white hair. Rachel, hello. You're crocheting volleyballs because you have a game on Saturday? Well, that is so cool. Love it. Did I miss anybody in here? Just tell me. Say hi to me again. I give you an idea, Lydia? Is it an evil idea? Okay, so our evil idea is to make a cute little chicken. So this is the center right there, okay? So if you learn how to make this magic ring in the first round, you can make a chicken. And how do we make a chicken? Well, we need a pattern, right? So what did I write for you guys? I'm not a perfect pattern person, but I do have it on my iPad. Let's see. We have a chicken, and we're using a 4mm, and we have our yarns that we talked about earlier. Oh, I forgot we need pony beads and some stuffing and some eyes, and these are optional because you can just sew those on if you wanted to. And then we're going to make a magic ring. Did we just not learn how to make a magic ring? Yes, I would normally, I keep these in my notes, but this is a photo of my notes because this is on my iPad, and my note is on my phone. I would normally, check them off as I go. I love doing that on my notes. So magic ring, and we did round 1, 6 single crochet. And then now we're going to chain 1, as we always do, because I make my rows this way. And this is always, I chained 1, and this is always our first single crochet. Now we're on round 2. We're going to do an increase. So that means 12. That means in each stitch, we are going to make, let me come back this way. In each stitch, we're going to make an increase. So I went into that one. 1, 2. That's an increase when you put 2 in one stitch. Now let me put my marker in here. My bobby pins would never fall off. Never. You do hear that little stitch marker? So behave. And this right here, you have to keep tightening it sometimes. And now we're going to find our next stitch. There's our next stitch right here. You see it right there? We're going to make 2 in that one also. So what we're doing is when we do the increase, this is going to make this circle. If you didn't want it to make it flat, then you would just make 1 in each one, and you would have a tube going up. But we want it flat. And let's see what our pattern is going to call for. That's 2 in that one. So by the time we're done here, putting 2 in each stitch, we should have 12 because we started out with 6. Make sure you find your stitches and you don't go into the same stitch again or go into no stitch again. That just went through air. Keep my tension. 1, 2. This is going to be a brown speckled chicken. Now we're going into the next one here. Thank you for those hearts and thank you for the likes, people. It really helps me on this YouTube channel. Okay, how many do I have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I not make 2 in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay. That means I have 2 more right here. 8, 9, 10, and the next one. See if you can see it. You see that one right there? And this is 12. If I can get my hook in there. I'm sorry, I get a little lower. I should maybe adjust my camera here for you guys. 1 into that same spot, make my increase, and 2, and that should be 12. That tail is still back there. Okay. Let's count, but I'm going to adjust this camera just a bit so I don't keep going down lower. I like to be right here. This is my comfortable spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait a minute. Did I count too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I put too many in here? Wow, Angie, what a teacher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have too many in here. Let's pull this out and let's go count again. Let's see if I was wrong and I'm just a little, and I'm just a little crazy old lady, people. Things like this happen to me. Okay, great. The chicken. I know, Lydia. I'm surprised you haven't made a chicken. I thought you would have already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I guess that's 12 right there, right? Okay. All righty. Let's close it up and let's see what happens. If we mess up, that you know what that means? It means we're normal. Means we're normal. Now we're going to join this circle into the first stitch that we made right here where we have the stitch marker. We're going to slip stitch it. Now get your tension tight and you pull it through. And then you chain 1. Chaining 1 because we're starting a new round. Now look at that. We have round 1 that we made on the magic circle and the chain 3. And now we have round 2. And we can take out the stitch marker right here. Now, where do we want to go? They said the increase. And now we're going to do 1 single crochet and an increase. And that should give us 18. So we chained 1. Now we're going to go 1 into that stitch. Let me move you down a bit here. 1. And in the second stitch, we're going to do 2, the increase. So 2 in that same one. And don't let your chicken get stuck in that. Let's put you in here, little chicken, where you're safe. So did I make 2 there? So I should have 3 altogether. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's put our stitch marker back over here in 1. Let's count backwards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Get in there. People, if you're wanting perfection, you're going to have to go to another channel. This is Crazy Lady Angie. So I have 1, 2. Don't forget to leave me a like. I like to teach beginners and experienced crocheters as well. But if you learn the basics, then you will know how to make your other things. So this could also be a hat. You use a bigger hook and you can make a hat in single crochets. But we're not. See how it would be a hat if you made it bigger and made this circle wider. So we're going to make this circle wide enough I'm not sure how many rows. We have 4 of the increases, and then after the increases, we're going to go straight up without anything, any increases or anything, okay? So right now, we're on the row that says 1 single crochet and an increase. So we just did our increase. Now we're going to do a single crochet. Now we're going to do our increase. And I'm trying to do it where you can see everything I'm doing. One thing I hate about tutorials is when you can't see them because they put their little fingers in the way. That was 2. This is 1. And this is the increase, so that's 2. This is 1. And this is an increase. This is 1. And this is an increase. And this is 1. Single crochet, and we have 1 more stitch left. And there's 2 in there. And I hope we have 18, it says. It says we should have 18. Let's count it, okay? This is our last one. Let's work from backwards. Let's work backwards without that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wah! You know what that means. Yay! Reward time. Leave me a like if you haven't left me a like. Just if you're passing by, you can just leave me a like. You don't have to participate or anything. I just want to like people. Okay, so now we're done with that round. And now we have to close the round off. So we know where our first stitch is because we were good and we marked it. And now I don't want to take it out before I go in there because I always feel like I'd lose it. Let's stick it in there. Okay, great. It went in. And now we're going to slip stitch it closed. Okay, that's just bringing it through without looping over or anything. And we're going to chain 1 because that'll be our next round. And keep your chains kind of tight. All right. Let's take this off until we need it again in a bit. This is why I want my bobby pins. Alrighty. There's our chain 1. What do they want us to do next? Let's see. We already did the 1 increase, 1 single crochet and an increase. Now we're going to go into round 4. And how do we know we're on round 4? We can always go back and count. 1 circle, 2, 3, and now we want to work on round 4. That's how we count back and we know where we're at. 4 says 2 single crochets and an increase, and that should give us 24. 2 single crochets, and this is the pattern. Let me show you. The pattern for making a round flat circle is you do your, if you notice every round, we're going to increase by 6. You started with 6, you're going to increase by 6. And then you're going to increase by 6. Then you're going to increase by 6. And then you're going to increase by 6. And here, another 6. If you had 12, you would increase by 12, and by 12, by 12, by 12, by 12. That's how you make it flat. So if you have a different count up here, you can always still make this. You will always increase it by that many. And this is the formula for increasing it. You increase it on the first round, and then after that, on the third round, you do 1 single crochet and increase, 2 single crochet increase, 3 single crochet increase. You see the pattern? I just want you to see the pattern so you understand what's going on here, okay? It's easy. You don't need a pattern to make a flat circle. You can make these chickens however you want, but we're on round 1, 2, 3, and now we're starting 4. We already chained 1, and now we're going to do 2 single crochets and an increase, okay? So let's do that. I'm going to do 1, is our first one. Oh, I'm like way behind people. Thank you, Rachel. I'm way behind, so let me catch up real quick while y'all look at this and work on what you needed to fix, because I know some are probably behind if you're working with me. Y'all leave me a like, guys. Double tap that screen or look for the little thumbs up. Yes, I do, Rachel. I remember. I remember you. Denise, hello. Thank you so much for liking my nails. Type drop in the chat to share your channel, people. If you have a channel and you want people to go and check it out, type in the word drop. There you go, Melissa. If it's 12, oh, well, I left you behind there, Melissa. I'm so sorry, but we're going to ring the bell again in a while. Don't want to overdo it on the treats, you know. I'm trying to keep myself slim. Thank you for the little gift, Yankee. Thank you. You can, Rachel. I mean, don't make so many. You can put one in the beginning, in the middle, and when we end. I don't mind, you know. Just don't be spamming it. Thank you, G Mortar. So, yes, look at that. And you even said please. Oh my gosh. Ahmed, hello. Tomorrow is Ramadan, everyone. Ramadan. Yay. Well, happy Ramadan. I don't know the greeting for it, but today is Ash Wednesday for us. So it's great. The beginning of the Easter season. Okay, Melissa, you're making it with yellow? Yay, yay, yay! Yellow chicken. Thank you, Rachel, for letting us know that you're Muslim. That's great, hon. No, it doesn't. She counts stitches and still loses track. That's right. That's me, Shima. Uh, okay, we're gonna just be talking about crocheting here. We don't get too much into religion, politics, things like that. So it's nice to know that about you, and we, greet you for tomorrow. I'm making a chicken, a galaxy. We learned how to make the magic ring and the circle. And don't worry, if you missed it, you can go back into my channel and watch it, or you can even rewind now. But you want to stay with us live. But we're making this chicken right here. And if we know how to do this circle and what we did last week, a chain and working in rows, we got this. We got this. And if you already know how to do all this, you're just going to be following my little pattern. Okay, so this is 1. And where are we again? We talk so much. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're on row 4. And row 4 for me says 2 single crochets and an increase. Okay. You go a little lower. Sorry, you're going to see all that stuff I have down there. 1, 2. Now we do our increase. I don't always count. 1, 2, and then an increase. But you should always, when you end up on your last stitch here, before you're going to hook up to the first one again, you should be ending on a increase. If not, you might have messed up a little bit. 1, 2, increase. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, increase. What is happening with my yarn? Let's move it out. Yarny, what are you doing, honey? What are you doing, Yarny? Okay. What did I end up on? An increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, and this is our increase in the next stitch. Increase is 2. Now, for some of you advanced people, I know I'm going really slow, but I really want to help the people that don't know how to make this. And we'll start to speed up in a bit. 1, 2, increase. Do we dare even count this? 1, 2, increase. 1, 2. Oh, we might be doing good. That's 2. And we have one more stitch. This is the increase. And we ended in an increase on this round. So yahoo! But we're going to count just to make sure. How many should we have? We should have 24, it says. 24 stitches. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yahoo! 24. Angie's on track. We really need to celebrate, people. We're making the chickens. Thank you guys for telling them, everybody. I'm so way behind. So I am so sorry. Just a joke for me? Well, my dog has done that before. Dogs. Oh. Yeah. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. Yankee, your name is Sienna. You've been watching me a long time. Have you left me a like? Thank you for watching me. I know there's a lot of people out there that watch me and they don't, talk on here. So hello to all of you guys. Hello, Star. You love chickens? Rachel, Star says cute. Yes, Yankee. Your name is Sienna, right? Casey, you're back. Thank you. Welcome back. Okay, we're here to crochet. We're here to learn. Let's stitch this little round together. This is round 4 that we're ending. And how we end it is we insert into the first hook. You bring out your loop and you bring it in through that last loop. And you chain 1, and now we're going to begin round 5. And let's see what it says for round 5. 3 single crochet and an increase, and we should have 30. Okay, stay on track, Angie. Stay on track. I'm going to move this over just a bit because I can't see my numbers up here. Okay, leave me likes, people. Leave me likes. Don't ever say your age. That's right, Ahmed. Thank you for reminding us. Yes, no, it's safety, especially if you're a young person. Thank you, JW. I have a soothing voice. Well, thank you very much. You should hear my mean mommy voice. My kids would say, "Do you want the mean mommy to come out?" No. Then go clean your room, please. I'm not going to ask you again. Thank you. Because it's safe. If you're underage, and plus us oldies, we're just old. Most of us don't want to tell our age. I don't care for me, but World of Vina, hello. If you've never been here before, go and subscribe to my channel and leave me a like here, guys. You will always find crochet here. And today we're concentrating on the magic circle. So if you missed it, that's okay. You can go back on the replay. Bye, Rachel. Have a good time with your volleyball. Yes, it's great, World of Vina. Frog, green, rosy. Hello, hello, hello. You're going to lurk a little bit. I love lurkers. And do some everyday duties in the background. Yay. Love it. Love it. Okay, so now we're on round 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to start 5. And 5 says 3 single crochets and an increase. And there is our first. Do you see that? That is so perfect right there. We did our chain 1 to start our new. We only do this as, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, a chain 1, but I do. It's a little step up. So we're going to do 3 single crochets. So 2 and 3, and then we're going to do an increase. Even if you're just stopping by, leave me a like, people. Leave me a like so I know you were here with me. So 1, 2, 3, and an increase, okay? Let's put our stitch marker back up in here. 1, 2, 3, and the increase. So this is 1. I should have put it in the beginning, but I did not. But I did find it. Okay. If not, we would have started over and found that first one. Now we're going to go back to our little pattern. 3, okay? I'm going to go a little faster. 1, 2, 3, and now increase into that next stitch. I think you guys have mostly gotten this already. If not, you can just rewind, like I said, and go rewatch this over and over. That's the increase. Here's 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet. And now we're going to do our increase. And there's so many to count here that if I end up with on a double crochet increase, not double crochet, an increase, I will not count backwards, but now I'm starting to lose that. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase to the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, oops, 3. I think I'm going to be off. Increase. I missed a stitch somewhere. 2, 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. I think that's increase. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, okay? I'm not going to go back. That's my increase. We're going to go into here. I might have skipped a 2 and 3. And we're going to count our stitches. I said we weren't. I shouldn't have said that, right? We should have 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and we need one more. So somehow, somewhere, I put an extra single crochet, I think, made 4 single crochets instead of the 3. But I'm going to finish it off here, and that would be 30. Yay! We won't ring because we had to fudge it and figure it out and count it. And let me talk to you about something. Let me chain one and remove my marker. So when you're adding these on, following the pattern of 3 increase, 3 increase, can you see where little points are being made where we're doing our increases? Because the increases are going to end up in the same area. If you don't like that, you can fix that later at the very end. But what happens is you don't necessarily have to put them in the same spot. As long as you get how many stitches extra for this one? 6. Because you started with 6, you added 6, you added 6, you added 6, you added 6. So it did not matter that I fudged it here because I did end up with 30. So that, and I have, you know, the right amount of stitches, and I just messed it up somewhere, and I do want to end with a increase, if that makes sense. Some people will not do a pattern like that. They'll stagger their like if they know they're coming up to their increase here from the previous row, they will put it before or after, and then, you know, that way you don't have those little points. But I like those little points. Okay, so now we're going to go to round 6. Round 6 says 4 single crochets and an increase, and I should have 36. See how we're adding 6 every time? Okay. 4 and an increase. Okay, I'm not going to talk, okay? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I skip something again? We're going to have to do our counting again, guys. Okay, my little thingy here, how did it get all messed up? Uh-oh, it came off because it's kind of stuck. There it is. Okay, let's hang them back up. All righty. There we go. Okay, so let's see. There was our double, 1, 2, 3, 4, and an increase. Let's do the increase, okay? And then we're going to go back and count and see where we're at. We probably are short 1 somewhere, but that's okay. We will add 1 because there's still a stitch here left. What happened? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and that's 36 right there, 35. If we put 1 here, is that 35? That is 1, 2, 3. No, that would be too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay, so I was off again. So no ringing the bell. We have 36, and that's what the count said we should have. And if we didn't have 36, guess what? It's a chicken. I don't think it cares how many stitches it has. We're trying to get a flat bottom. Okay, I am going to have to take this out. Pay attention to where it is, Angie. Right here. All righty. Slip stitch it closed. That is round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We finished round 6. Now we're going to round 7 to 15. We're doing single crochets from 7 to 15, okay? So I am going to mark 7 in a minute, but we're going to do our chain 1. And we're just going to make single crochets in each stitch, okay? And I'm making 2. So I'm going to go back to the first one. 1, 2. And I'm going to mark that just so I know where we are going to end up, okay? All righty. All righty. So from here on until row 15. So this is, we're starting row 7. I don't know what's going on with that thing. This is row 7, and I'm going to show you something else that I do. So I don't have to keep counting. I go a few stitches because I'm just doing single crochets. Now we're just doing single crochets, no increases, no anything. And this is going to make our shape go up. This is going to be a bigger chicken than this one for some reason. I don't know. I'm sure I use this hook. Anyways, maybe it's the yarn. So everything makes a difference. You know what I mean? The yarn, the hook size, everything. Okay, so here we go. We are making round 7. I want to remember that this is round 7 because we're going to make 7 to 15. So when I go back to counting, you know what I mean? I'm going to go back to counting. So I have another stitch marker right here. And I'm going to mark it through the row right here. So I don't want it too close to this, our marker here. I don't want it to be on the top, and I don't want it to be in the bottom so I can be confused. I want it in the center of the row, and that marks the 7th round, okay? And that's where, there it is right there. That blue one is on the 7th round, and we're going to leave it there until we reach round 15. Alrighty. Here we go, people. Here we go. Alrighty. What y'all talking? I like them both, Mother Earth. I like the yarn bowl and the yarn holder. I like them both. I think I like the yarn holder better, but yarn bowl is easy. And plus, they're cute. They're so cute. Okay, we're not keeping count anymore because, dang it, it's a chicken. Look at him just staring at us. Don't be judging us, little chicken. There is no judgment in the yarn room, only love and crochet. So we're doing single crochets. So if I hope you learned the magic ring. If that's all you want to do, practice that. or you can, if you've already learned it, let's make a chicken, people. And so that magic ring can be used anywhere. So if you make your magic ring and the pattern says make 5 in the magic ring, well, then you can, okay? Now you know how. Look at this thing. It's just getting stuck in here somehow. Okay. It wraps around the bottom. Let me raise it up a little bit. Maybe that'll help it. I don't know. Okay. No worries about losing count because single crochets from here on, we're on round 7 and we have to go to round 15. So we're going to be working some fast little stitches here. These are just single crochets like we learned in our last crochet along. If you are just popping in here and you do not know how to crochet, please go watch my crochet alongs. Especially the previous one will get you started because it shows you how to make a chain. Chains and I didn't pay attention to my tension here. Chains and circles. That's all you need, people. Chains and circles. And you just need to learn what your stitches look like. That's what I try to help you with. Every time you go into a stitch, it's a little V right here. When you get advanced, they're going to ask you to go into a certain other kind of stitch, to only go in the back loop only go in the front loop only. But we don't care about that right now. What we care about is learning how to make a basic circle. That way, if you know that, then you know how to do, you will be able to do the other things. Now we're going to join inside our first stitch. How do we know it's our first stitch? Because that marker is there. Because Angie was good. There we go. I think we're going to leave ourselves a little bell. So that's our first round of single crochets. Okay. I'm going to remove our marker, not this blue one. This blue one's keeping track. That's round what? 7? You're right. Okay. Single crochets again. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is my first stitch right there. Just so I know where to end. And we're on row 8 now. So we're just going to continue doing this. If you only wanted to watch that, learning how to make the magic circle, the magic ring, it's called by many names. Magic ring, magic circle, that's what I call it because it just is always, interchangeable. This thing, it's the yarn that is getting hooked up in here. So hold on a second. Let's see. It's like wrapped around the bottom because of the way I stuck it in there, I think. Okay, no counting. We just have to do single crochets. Don't miss a stitch. Don't miss a stitch. If you do, not the end of the world. Double tap your screen, people, if you're stopping by. Leave me a like, even if you don't want to participate in the chats. That's okay. Fatima, hello. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Sweet and kind. Sweet and kind, a bobby pin, a piece of contrasting yarn. You just pull it through there. Yeah, there's, just use your imagination. If I needed a stitch marker and it was, let me get a little piece of this. And I needed a stitch marker for this. This is contrasting and I says, oh my gosh, I really need to put my stitch marker in here, in this stitch right here. What I do is I just pull it through and you can just pull it through, but I like to make it like a, stitch and then just very lightly keep it there. And there you marked your spot. Bobby pin, anything, paper clip, anything you think that you have hanging around, you can use it. You know what I mean? Even if you wanted to use the same yarn, you could. Okay. Oh, these dogs are coming over here like if we're going outside or something. So we're working around 8 single crochets all the way around. We are making that little chicken back there. See him? He's just staring at us. We're saying, where is my friend? And I'm going to tell you something. If you go up to right at this point, this is round 8, you can end it with a fancy little stitch or just like this, and you would be able to sit your chicken in a little nest. So then you would start over and make a chicken because you'd be finished right here with a nest if you wanted to make a nest. And I do want to make a nest for these guys in a darker brown maybe. That would be so cute. Come on in, people, crochet with us. My name is Angie, and this is the yarn room. And we're doing yarny things, crochet things, learning, and having some crazy little fun over here. By crazy little fun, I mean grandma fun. I'm just a little old lady. I'm not that old. I'm 60 years old. I live in Texas, in case you're interested. I live in the Houston, Galveston area. Yeah, I've been here my whole life. Just to give you a little history of mine. Yes, please in English, guys, English. That would help us very much. We all want to get to know each other. So I am 60 years old. I'm married. I just had our wedding anniversary, my husband and I, for 37 years. The secret success to a long marriage, you don't get a divorce. I mean, you want one so bad sometimes, you know what I mean? Hello, Daisy. Daisy wants something, but Daisy is not going outside. I need to get some coffee, though. Oh, so glad I have that coffee warmer here. Okay, we're going to take this out because we already found our first stitch. Did we make a chain? No, I don't think we did. I'm going to do it. Let's see, I hope I don't have 2 chains. Let's see, let's go back. There is the slip stitch. I did make a chain. And then here's my chain, because I do it automatically, so I can't remember if I did it or not. So this is round 7 where this row is, so 7, 8, and we're working on 9. And we have to go to 15. We don't have to. I made 2 stitches here. Let me get my stitch marker. 1, 2, this is the beginning one. So we'll wrap it in there. And we're just doing single crochets all the way around. And we have to go to round 15. The blue marker is marking round 7. So we don't have to go back to the beginning and counting like we have been. But you can count from the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I am working on round 9. So Sweet and Kind says, hi, Teresa. I miss Teresa. Oh, Pikey, hello. You're from Texas, too? Dallas-Fort Worth area. Yay. You know, Texas is the bomb. Oh, look, I'm showing my age. Sorry, I grew up in the 80s. My heyday was in the 80s. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see. Bye, Melissa. Have a good day, honey. Thank you for coming out to hang with us. Let's see. Sweet and Kind says, I'm a beginner and my blanket is all uneven. Is it a back and forth row blanket? And what stitch are you using? I left it because I was proud of my accomplishment, but need to get better and more precise. That's true. So you did not, you left it as is. Are you using it? I mean, it's still a blanket. It's still a blanket, right? Just finish it off and use it to keep yourself warm and to while you're sitting down and making another one and getting better at it. Each time you crochet, it gets better and better. You can see here with your own eyes that I make mistakes. I'm always flubbing something, missing a stitch, whatever. And you know what? Who cares? Who cares? Not me. Not old Angie in the yarn room. You guys, leave me a like, even if you're just passing by. Go check out my channel. Leave me, subscribe to me and leave me a like there. You want to support me, the best way to do that is to watch my videos. You can set me up in the corner and listen to them. All my lives are replayed, reposted on my channel, so you can always catch them. And I have been into lives lately. I haven't made any videos. I'm trying to make a video right now, and boy, it's very tedious. So you can go see my lives. I prefer to be like this, where you can see me real time, and then you can go back and see me in past Angie time. Yes, I'm old and I make myself laugh and I don't care if anybody thinks I'm funny, because if I made myself laugh, well, I did a good job today. I did a good job. Let's see. Here we go. And do you see how it's going up? So we still need rows. This is row 7, 8, and 9. And we're going to be starting row 10, and which is only single crochets. And if you were keeping track, we should have 36 stitches, but no way am I going to go check it and see that I'm off one, because I really don't. I don't care. I don't care. Amy! Hello, Amy Radigan. How are you? Hi, Teresa. That's okay. Thank you, Shima, for keeping up with this, hon. God from heaven, is this a special hook? Yes, it is. It's a size 4, and it only works, it's magic, whenever you use a size 4 and your dog is chewed it up on the end. When they have chewed it up, I don't have boy dogs, I have girl dogs. And this is when Daisy was a puppy, found this on the floor, got kind of mad, but who cares? I'm just going to have to go get another one. It's time for me to go buy some hooks, people. I need a new set because I'm running out. Somehow they're gone. I just heard from one of my children that they may have taken home some of my hooks. So anyways, and I don't care because I love it. I love for my kids to have everything that belongs to me. Okay, this is marking round 7, 8, 9. We're working on 10, and we're doing single crochets, okay? In each stitch, just a single crochet in each stitch. Gonna mark that. Mark that first stitch so we don't get lost and we know where we end up. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, 1. And we're not counting because why? Can y'all tell me why? Why did I say? Thank you, MD. Thank you. If you see me make a mistake, don't start screaming at the channel on your phone or wherever you're at. Don't start screaming at me, people, because I can't hear you. I can't hear you. So, and my mistakes, and I really don't care, really, unless it's going to be a major thing that's going to, like I'm making something to wear, but I'm always a fudger, and it's okay when you're learning to crochet to just fudge it and don't tear things apart. Do not frog things apart over and over and over again. I suggest you leave the mistake in there, and when you make another one, you will learn from that mistake that you made. And I guarantee you're probably not going to see it unless you leave a humongous hole or something like that. You know what I mean? So, or a bump where you're not supposed to. I am famous for the bumps. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm still working on some crochet pants for my friend. Y'all saw my pants. I still need to kind of fix them in the center. I need to fix them because I do want to wear them again a couple more times before it gets really hot over here in Houston area. Because who's gonna wear crochet pants in the summer here? Oh, just a crazy person. So that means I will. That means I will. Guys, leave me a like. I know you like me. I know you really like me. Did I put 2 stitches in there? Let's see. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Well, we can't do that, Angie. You only have so many stitches that's allotted for this. You cannot be giving people other stitches and other extra stitches in their stitch. Okay, so that's our chain up there, and this is this. Sometimes you can mistake this for chains. They're not. You know that you ended here, and this is your first stitch right here. On the previous one. Previous period. Previous. So now you're in your first stitch. How do you know? Because a stitch marker was there and it said, this is your first stitch. Do not forget it. Chain 1. And now we're going into our next round. And what round are we on, guys? Do you happen to know? I'm great, MD. Sorry I'm behind. It was back and forth row with textured stitch, I think. I started with a chain, then picked up one, pulled through, and repeated that. Okay, so single crochets, yes. Hi, Stella. Pikey, I just realized I'm using the exact same hook. Is yours special like this, Pikey? Shima is my moderator, and she's awesome. She takes care of me on this channel. She is awesome. Don't mess with Shima. Do not mess with Shima. And my friend, of course. She was my friend. We've known each other for a while here on YouTube. Okay, bye, Teresa. Yes, type drop to put in your channel if you want people to go check it. Okay. I don't know what 11 is, Pikey. Bye, Teresa. This is just a 4mm. I don't know. Is that what you're referring to, 11? Okay. It's always a battle with yarn. Did you know that? Look at this. Have y'all seen my scissors? I found them. I didn't know where they were, and I finally found them today. It's a unicorn. My friend Kyle gave these to me. That's Isabel's partner. And oh, look at that. I love it. I'm so glad to find it again. I knew it wasn't lost. There's a lot of things I can't find around here. But I'm cleaning the room. Did you see my last live on Messy Mondays? I cleaned everything off the floor, and I want to keep it like that for a while. I want to try to be non-messy. So let's see how it happens. And then Allegra's going to come in and organize my room, but I want to buy some shelves first. Did we see what round we're on? If this was 7, this is 8, 9, 10, 11, round 11. We have 4 more after this, okay? And then we're going to do some magic. After the magic ring equals chicken. Did you know that? Which came first, the magic ring or the chicken? Well, the magic ring did, because if you didn't learn the magic ring, you couldn't do the chicken, unless there was another way you made the chicken. But the magic ring comes before the chicken. That's the correct answer around here, guys. Ah, yours has cat scratch and choose. Yay! I'm on row 11. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Did we count again? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're right, Pikey. Woo! You're like 53, Amy. Thank you. Welcome in, baby. Welcome in. We learned how to do the magic ring, Amy. I know you know how to do that. I don't know what technique you use to make it, but I showed a couple of them on here. And now we're working up. We are making a chicken. And this one is a little bit larger than this one because I think it's the yarn. I think it's the yarn. Did y'all hear that? Accidental ringing. Walking home as usual. I'm always worried about you. I'm like, how are you talking to us? You got to pay attention, Amy. You don't want to be falling. Step, over a raised cement area or a hole in the ground, or I don't know. I worry about these things, Amy. I worry about these things. Anyways, we've been here for a while. We've been here since 10, and we will be here until we finish this little chicken. And pretty much what we have to do is the body. The body is the one that is taking the most time. So just take your time. And if you're tired of working on this, go ahead and just watch for a while. Get a drink of whatever you drink. Coffee. Oh, I forgot to put in my first my stitch marker. But I can see this is my first stitch right here. So I'm going to stick it in here. Okay, guys? That was good for you guys to see. How do you figure it out without a stitch marker? Like that. Like that. Chain 1. Oh, it's really getting kind of stuck here. Okay, let's turn it down here a little bit. There we go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're working on 12. And if you see where we join, the way I show you to join does leave like a little bit of a seam. If you don't like that, don't do the extra chain up, okay? Just do your slip stitch and start working into that one stitch. 1. We're just doing single crochets. I know that they probably want to go O-U-T-S-I-D-E. Yes, I have to spell it because my dogs, they don't know how to spell. Sorry, I didn't send them to school. But they know the word, and if I say that, they'll get all excited, and they think that's where they're going to go. Right now, they're looking for a little spot to sit down in. Come sit down, baby. Come sit down. One of them's in her little cave puppy house. Yeah. All right. The 2 Amy's are here. We're well armed now with Amy's. Oh, thank you, Rosie. I want to be helpful and motivate people and encourage and have people love themselves. I don't live a rosy, sorry, it's funny, that, no pun intended, a rosy life. Like, I don't want to pretend that I have it perfect, and then if you follow me, you're going to be perfect like me, because that is not true. I suffer through depression and all kinds of stuff too. Through everybody. I have problems with family, children, but I try to have a personal outlook, a positive outlook. And I do need medication. I'm telling you, there's no shame in that, people. No shame in needing medication to help yourself stay sane and to not abuse others with your emotional outbursts or depression or whatever, because it does hurt your family too. Even if you're not doing anything to them, they hurt when they see you and you're not feeling well. You know what I mean? And they know you in your good times. I don't know. I think that that's a stitch. I'll go for it. I'll go for it. And I forgot to put my stitch marker there too. Okay. Ah, it fell off. It fell off because I'm yanking it because it gets stuck at the bottom. Okay. What round are we on? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're on round 13, so we just need 13, 14, 15. Chain 1, keep that chain tight. Work into that first stitch. Number 2. Let's go ahead and use our stitch marker again, so I don't have to think about it. The first stitch. Hi, Sophie. I'm making a chicken. We started with a magic circle, which if you need to learn how to do that, you can go back and watch it. And we're making a chicken. This one's coming out bigger because the yarn is thicker. I'm using the same size hook, I believe. Unless I use a 3.5 on this. I don't know. This is a 4 hook. And we're almost done with our chicken, okay? The base. And this is the longest thing, but mainly this Crochet Along Live was to help those who did not know, because it's in the past tense now, they know now, to make a magic ring, how to make it a couple of different ways, okay? So however you feel comfortable making your magic ring. And basically you just need to have a string that your tail that you wrap around, that you work around while you're working, and that string will be pulled, and then you can tighten it up and it will make a ring, and you just attach your last stitch to your first stitch to close the round, and all is well. And right now I'm not doing any kind of tutorial other than just crocheting my single crochets, and you can watch me. I'm trying to make it to where you can see what I'm doing in case you need to do it slower and watch, because that's how I was when I would look at tutorials also. When I first started getting on YouTube to learn, believe it or not, I knew how to crochet my whole life, but believe it or not, I did not even know what the stitches were called. I just knew I make one wrap, 2 wraps, and then I know I can skip a wrap. I can make 2 chains, and I knew what a chain was, and that's about it. And then I started getting on YouTube a few years ago. I don't know, let's see, 6, 7 years ago. Started watching tutorials and understanding that, oh, I know that stitch. I make that stitch. I didn't know it had a name. And so I learned names, and then I started writing my own little basic patterns here. I don't know if you can see that. But we're right here on round 7 to 15. We need to make single crochets. Well, anyways, I learned how to do that, and I could keep track, because usually everything that I did was just by sight and I didn't count anything. That's why I'm always a fudger, because I know it works out anyways. It works out. And nobody's going to notice. They will not know. Unless you tell them. Don't you dare tell them that you made a boo-boo. Don't you tell them. Okay, there's my first stitch. I'm going to go into there when the marker's still in there. Bring it through. Slip stitch. Chain 1. Okay. Making a chicken. Which is the way to take this off. Okay, good. Ah, you're home. I'm glad, Amy. Okay. I know we're not done yet, so I'm not going to count from that marker, that blue marker. I'm doing single crochet, a second single crochet. It looks very overcast today. So that is 1, and this is 2. So this is my first one. Okay. I know that's kind of confusing, but it makes sense in my head. As long as it makes sense in your head, you know what I mean? Okay, so I don't know why this cannot come unhooked from here. It should be able to, but I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. I want to use another one. I got a couple, 2 or 3 of them for Christmas. Believe it or not. It was so awesome. I had none, and then I had 3. And then I have one of those that have just like a spike coming out of it, but a wooden spike dowel that you can put your yarn through, and it just, keeps it going in the round. Twirling and twirling and twirling and twirling and twirling. Ooh, we're here by the blue. Let's check our count. Row 7, row 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. After this, we're only going to have 1 more. Oh my goodness. And then we get to the fun stuff. See what happens when you learn how to make a magic ring. A magic ring equals a magic chicken. Book, 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 book. Cluck, 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 cluck. Is that the sound? I'm not sure. Happy home time. Amy, are you going to be working on anything? Today is Wednesday. I don't think you have a live, right? I go and I lurk on your lives, and Amy. I was going to call you Angie for some reason. I you know, I just go in there, leave my thumbs up, stay in for a while. And sometimes I say hi, sometimes I don't. So I lurk. I lurk. We're doing single crochets, guys. Peeps, it's peeps time, Amy. Yes, I can't wait. I have some chenille from the Dollar Tree here, and I can't wait to use it. I just was buying them and buying them whenever I saw them, you know. So I think I'm gonna make my peeps. You know, the little candy peeps? Well, that's what I want to make. Your first dye lot issue. What? You're making a hexie. One side is darker. I'm trying to figure out what to do without buying more yarn. Ah, yikes. Yes, you're right. Sometimes you're just going to have to buy that other yarn and start with the same color that you started the other one. You know what I mean? I mean, if you want it to be like, you know, if you have to use that and you're not changing colors manually. Okay, this is completing round 14, and we are going to start round 15. And when we complete 15, we shall ring our treat bell. This is 1, 2. And this is 1 and 2. So that's our first one right here. Get in there. I wish I'm going to get all my bobby pins. Please don't let me forget. I need bobby pins in here. Those are my favorite ones. They're easy to put in. They don't fall out. And we are officially on round 15. And this is what happens whenever you make a single crochet and you make it flat. I mean, you make a magic ring and then you make it a flat ring for however big you want the bottom to be. And then you just stop making increases. And when you stop making increases, it goes up. I like for people to understand what happens, not just rely on a pattern. But that's what it looks like. Look at those nice little stitches. My chicken is going to be a real color of a chicken, I believe. FYI, information about me you may not know. I have a chicken. No, it does not live with me. It stays with my daughter, but she got chickens a couple years ago, more than a couple years ago, maybe. No, a couple years ago. And I said, I want a chicken. She said, pick one. And I said, okay, I'm not taking it home. She goes, no, it'll stay here, but it'll be your chicken. And I named it George, forgetting that all chickens are female, but who freaking cares? Her name is Georgina or something. I don't know what her name is. Her name is just George. And so she is speckled, grayish brown and white speckles with white speckles. And I love George, and George is still alive. My daughter has lost a few chickens due to various reasons. But George is still out there, and I hope George lives a very long life. Very long. I don't know how long chickens live, but whatever they live, I want George to live. My daughter is a very good caretaker of all her pets. She has chickens. She has, don't even get me started on the dogs. She's got dogs that are like horse sizes. She has a bearded dragon. She has fish. She has that, what are those little things called? The little pink fishy things from Mexico that people like to crochet also. Okay, look, round 15. She has those, and she breeds them and she sells them to people too. We finished. Hey, do you see me in there in the bell? Hello. Let's put that up. Okay. Now we're going to work on the tail feathers. And it says to join. Let me go to the next picture. Hold on. Okay, tail feathers. Did I miss something there? Okay. Tail feathers. We're at the end here. Let's see. Chain 12. Okay, so when we finish this, see, you can already see that it looks like a chicken, right? Okay. We're going to chain 12. I already chained 1 there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I really hate when I see tutorials and they tell you to do something and you don't know why the heck you're doing it, and I'm so sorry that I did that to you. But why we're doing that is we're making the tails here at the end, okay? This is what this is going to be. I always need to see what is happening and why I'm there. So I did 12, and then it wants me to let's see, join in the same stitch. And I missed something here. Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't get it in my picture, but I know how to make it because I made the pattern. Chain 12. Then we're going to go into the same stitch we came out of, and we're going to join it with a slip stitch, okay? This is how I make the tails. You can make your tails different, but this is an easy way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we're going to make 3 of these little loops, and this is going to be the center one, and I want it longer than the other ones. You don't have to. You can make 12, but I'm going to make 16, I think. 16, just so that middle one right here is a little bit longer. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And you turn and you go into that same stitch and you slip stitch it. See that? Okay, now we're going to make our 3rd feather, and we're going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What the heck happened here? How did this end up in there? What did we say, 8? I think it just got all tangled up in there. Well, we didn't know we were going to have a little spaghetti time here. And we're so close to the end. So close to finishing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. How is this messed up? Let me see. It looks like it got crocheted on its own. Okay. It just got raveled up in here. Raveled up. All riled up and causing some trouble just 'cause. I don't know what's happening here, people. I don't know what's happening here. It's just twisted. Just got to find out how to untwist it. It's a little meditation time, okay? You just meditate while you're unraveling and figuring out this spaghetti mess. And you think about life is really, really good. Really, if this is your only problem, life is pretty darn good. But always look at the positive side. You took a little break. You're going to have a little meditation time here, just focusing on the knot. It'll take you a little time, but you can work on your patience when you're doing this. Let's see. How is it? Look at that, people. I finished it. Okay. I was on 8. I remember. 9, 10, 11, 12. Y'all remember how to make the change, right? Now we go back into still that same spot. Do you see these two right here? The same spot. We're going to single slip stitch into that stitch right there. Yes, it sounded so simple, didn't it, Angie? It sounded so simple. Okay, slip stitch into there. Woohoo! Make sure it's in there properly. You're not catching anything. Okay, good, 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 good. Slip stitch it, slip stitch it. There we go. Now, we want to fold this in half like this. And the tails are at the end. You see how this one is? How its tail is at the end. So we're going to flatten it. And we're going to go into these. Do you see this stitch right here? And it's coordinating stitch on the other side. Right there. We are going to slip stitch into that one and slip stitch into its partner on the other side. And the yarn gets a little worked up in there somehow, but we are going to slip stitch it, okay? And then I am going to leave it as is. Now we're going to leave a long tail because we're going to need it to sew up the back, okay? But right now we're going to leave it open. I'm going to cut it. I always leave a longer tail than I need because I get paranoid like that. And do you see this part right here? I'm going to add a stitch marker here so we don't lose it. But I'm going to use one of those that closes up. So I have to go reach for it. I'm going to put a stitch marker in that loop so we don't lose it. And then I'm going to tighten it up. And I'm going to save it, okay? So we're going to save this and we're going to sew it later. So sometimes I just like wrap it up in my hand like this and just put it in here as a little pocket to get it out of the way. Okay, we can take this out because we don't need to count to 15 because we're already done. And we have done the tail. The next thing we want to do is the comb. So now we're going to switch colors, okay? All righty. How does it want me? I want to try to read this as if this is a pattern that I'm following. Okay, here we go. What is this little knot happening here? This is not happening. I got my red. Oh, look, I had red right there too. Maybe I don't need that one. Maybe I need to use this other one over here because I took it out for this express purpose. And usually I use a cup and I throw my stuff in there. There's something in there, so that's okay. Let's see if it'll stay in there. Okay. Flatten the work with the tail feathers on the left side. So we've flipped it around. We were working here. Now we flipped it over. And we're going to go here. You see how the stitches go together? And you can find a matching pair. These two, and it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So now at the right side, join both sides of the work by fastening on in the back loop only. Okay, so do you see our stitch here and our stitch here? We're only going to work on the back loop only of this one, and the one on the exact opposite side of it, we're going to work only in the back loop only, and we're going to fasten on, okay? And we know how to fasten on by just folding our yarn, having our tail here. I want to turn this a little bit. Having our tail there and pulling through. And I wrote this pattern a couple of days ago, so I kind of have not made it since. I wrote the pattern as I was making this one. So we shall see. This is our tail. This is our working yarn. And it says, fastening on in the back loop only into the same back loop, join and make 3 half double crochets. Okay, so I'm joining it right here. Okay, now in that same loop, she wants us. I need to make 3 half double crochets. A half double crochet is double crochet, you just insert, but a half double is you wrap around one time, you insert it through the back loop, and you pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. You wrap around once. They want us to do 3 of them, so we get to see this 3 times. Here we go. I don't remember if we taught this on the last one, a half double crochet. Yarn over, back loops only, the same ones, and pull through all 3. And then it wants you to end into the same stitch with the slip stitch, okay? So the same stitch, slip stitch. And that's how we're going to close off that little comb on the top. See his little comb? So we got that one done. We need to do 2 more, okay? But on this one, it's a little different because we want it a little taller, and I'm going to show you how we do that. So now we're going to go into the next 2 stitches right here and right here, but we're only working in the back loops only, okay? So we're going to make our half double crochet. We're going to make 3 double crochets, not half double. And we started out like a half double crochet. I picked up some of that brown. Start it over. I'm going to do 3 double crochets in the back loops only. And for a double crochet, we don't pull through all 3 like the half double. We pull through 2. And we pull through 2. And we have to make 2 more of these in that same spot. So we make a double crochet in the center, just as we did in that one tail that we made more chains, just because we want it to stand up more. And then we're going to slip stitch into that same spot to end that little comb part there, okay? Now we're going to go to the next 2 stitches, and we're going to work on the back loops only. You see this one and this one. And so we yarn over because we're doing half double crochets again. Back loop only. Once you get it, it'll work out. Half double crochet, you go through all 3 stitches. Yarn over, same back loop only. Yarn over, pull through 3. And now how do we end it? With a slip stitch. Okay. Now, I used to make these combs after everything was stuffed, and then I got a little smart. Yeah, I did get a little smart. So I'm going to fasten off, tighten it up. And so I used to do this at the end when everything was done and stuffed, and I would have to figure out how to tie it back in. But now I don't have to, because all you have to do is reach in here, in through the chicken pocket that we haven't closed up yet, and you're going to bring your red one there, your first one, and you can tighten it up, okay? And all these are nice, and that's just because it's back loop only. You can turn it this way, and you can tie these together. And before I would have to sew it in and stuff like this, and I'm like, why didn't I think about this earlier, leaving this poor chicken open? Leave the chicken open, people. Okay. There we have it. All righty. There we go. Next thing it wants us to do, place the safety eyes in. Okay, we have safety eyes. If you don't have safety eyes, you can use black yarn to make a little eyeball. You can sew it onto here, just a little line. But I have these safety eyes, and I'm not sure what millimeter they are. It doesn't really matter. You can just pick any eyes you want, or buttons. And I kind of just generally put it on the side of the chicken, like this. Book, book, cluck, cluck. And if you like that, put the other one in the other side, okay? But first, on these eyes here, you have your little backs. And you put them on, and you snap them on. I don't like those, but I don't think it's really going to bother. See, because if you push on it, you'll feel it. And I think little kids don't like that, I don't think. Let's see. Let's put the other one in. Do I have an eyeball in here somewhere? There it is right here. So kind of just keep it flat. I look at the other side, and I know that it should be like here somewhere. So like right here maybe, and then look at it once you puncture it through there. Puncture it. Oh my gosh, these are not the right words to be using. Once you insert the eye, do you like it? Does he look normal? Do we want normal? I think he's a little far back, isn't he? I think he's fine. Okay, let's find the back for this one. Where's the back? Here is the back. And they just pop in. I don't like these. So you can either melt these, or you can go and just cut the heck out of them. Cut the tops off. I showed you last time how to, on one of my tutorials, I think I showed you how to, oops, okay, that one was a little harder. In my room also, because I'm a crafter, I know how to craft. I need all kinds of things for crafting. I also have a little sanding block. So you can like sand that so it doesn't, you know, try not to catch your work. We'll snag it. And then that way it's not so pointy. But if you also wanted to just use this to sand down those little points, you could have. But I like cutting things. Now we have eyeballs. We have eyeballs, people. Now we need to work on the beak. Let's see. Hold on a second. Yes, the beak. And for that, we're going to use yellow gold yarn. We're going to chain 4. And it's not, we don't have it attaching onto anything here, so we need to figure out. Okay, so they want us to just chain 4. Okay. Okay. We know how to chain, right? We know how to chain. Do we know how to chain, people? Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On this one, I made the beak way too long. We only need like 2 or 3 stitches, okay? So I make 4, so we can go back with 3. And the first stitch here, we're going to make a slip stitch. On the next one, we are going to make a half double crochet. No, we're going to make a single crochet. So sorry. A single crochet. Because we're going in order of size. It's a slip stitch, crochet, single crochet, and then a half double crochet in the last little loop here. Last chain. Half double crochet, and it's not so beaky. And then they want us to fasten off. By they, I mean me. Me wants you to fasten off, leaving just a tail like this, I guess. Fasten off. There you go. And now pull the tail from the other end, and you have a beak. Wowie, wow, wow. You can get your needle, or you can just lay it on the side here. Insert your hook. Bring in the bottom one. Bring in the top one here on this stitch here. And what happens when you pull them? You have a beak. Okay. Yes, I still want to make a little stitch there. So I'm just going to go in between here somewhere and pull up one of the stitches. I am going to insert it here into the center of the beak here in the bottom, the last one. I'm going to insert that one, that makes sense, into there, trying not to pull the other one out. Okay, so you still have your bottom one here that you have here, but you pulled this one out through here and threaded it through this beak, and now you're going to go into the same stitch that you brought that center one out of. You're going to go into that one and you're going to recapture this yarn and bring it to the inside. And that way now it's secured on the top, the bottom, and the center. And then now you can turn this way and you can tie it. I used to put the beak in after it was already made. I don't know why I didn't think about making it like this. So much easier for me. And you don't have to tighten too tight. And you don't have to cut the tails because you could just let them stay in here. Wah, 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 wah. Okay. Looking like a chicken. Bok, 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 bok. What we need now are legs and wings. We have the wings on this one. So let's go ahead and do this one, okay? This here is going to be just like we did this one, but it was smaller chains, like 4 and 6 and 4, okay? So you choose whatever you want your chicken's wings to be, and they can be anywhere, okay? You find a spot because you're just gonna on when you flip it over, you're gonna find not the exact spot, but you know, very close to it. You're gonna stick it in here somewhere. You're gonna get your brown yarn, or if you wanted your chicken wing to be some other color, if you wanted these to be a different color, you could have. You could have fastened off and made that. Okay. There's my tail. I don't want too long of a tail. I'm gonna fasten on, and I want to fasten on by using both these tails, the tail and the working yarn. And this little tail we're going to pull through later on into the inside. And we're going to do, let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And we are going to go into that first stitch. No. We're going to go into that same spot. I'm not even looking at the tutorial because I know how to make this. Do you see where we went into? We're going to go into that same spot where we first fastened on, and we're going to slip stitch. This tail needs to move out the way. I'm going to slip stitch it, okay? What happened? Did I coordinate? I pulled that tail through there. I don't want that tail through there. I knew it was going to get in the way. That tail got in here somehow. No, that's not the tail. There it is. Dang it, little tail. Stay out the way. Okay, now we're here. We slip stitched it. And that was how many? 6 to make a little wing. Wait, I think it's got caught. Dang it. These are the things that can go wrong. I think yarn got caught in there. Okay, what we're going to do is start over again, okay? That's the beauty of crochet. You can undo it. Alrighty. We're going to insert in the same, around the same spot that we just were at. Somewhere on the side, wherever you prefer. You know what? I'm always messing up, people, and I like it. You know why? You know why? I'm going to go ahead and get this yarn here, the tail, and I'm going to go ahead and take it to the back somewhere. Not exactly where it came out. Well, yeah, in the back, okay. Yeah, move the tail to the back, but make sure we don't pull it out. We don't want to lose our tail. Wait a minute, where is it? Okay, never mind. Never mind. There's the tail. I don't know why it's not back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. These things happen, people. He's still flat. We'll find a spot here somewhere. Are y'all laughing at me? That's okay. This is pretty laughable. Fasten on. I'm gonna put my hook in here and just bring my tail. Where's my tail? Here's my tail. Bring my tail inside the chicken. Or outside the chicken over here. Let's see. Now here it is. Okay. Bring it inside the chicken. Okay, good. Now I have these two here where I was and the tail. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's really not that hard. I don't know why I make it hard. It's not that hard. In the same spot that you were in, go ahead and slip stitch. Make sure you don't catch anything, because I think that's what I did before. Slip stitch it. You have one wing. You're going to make 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I made 10. I'm going to take 2 out. I went wing happy. Wing happy. Oh, now we're tied up with that chicken. We're going to insert into that same space that we just went into where we fastened on. And we're going to make sure we keep these tails out of the way there. We don't want these to be captured in there and wrapped around with the... Make sure you're going into the same spot. Slip stitch it, and you're going to make 6 single crochet. So you're going to have a total of 3 wings on here. I'm sorry I'm not paying attention to you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we're going to attach it again. One more time, people. One more time. And cut it. Cut it. Be done with it, people. Now what we're going to do is stick our hook in here and bring this tail that we ended up with to the back. And now we have both of these tails in the back, and we can tie them up. And we don't have to worry about sewing them through, and they're never going to come out, because we're going to do a 50 million knots on here. And we're going to keep that on the inside, okay? Add to the stuffing. So you have little chicken wings. Little chicken wings. You can also make like little hearts and then put one on there, a contrasting color. But I like the color of the chicken to have the chicken wings, okay? Going to do the same thing on this side. Basically find your spot that's equal to that side and try to look at it. Would they be on the same spot? Okay. I have somebody like calling me. I thought I put do not disturb. So we're just working upside down, and we're going up. We're going to fasten on with both here. And I want my tail. Where's my tail? Is that my... No, that's not the tail. This is the tail. Pull that tail to the back. It's nothing but a nuisance. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go into the same spot where you went into. Slip stitch. I don't know why I have 2 there. Slip stitch. Chain 8. 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That one's not supposed to be there. Or is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the reason we're putting 2 more is just to make it a little bit longer than the first one, because it's going to be the middle feather in the wing. And then we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to slip stitch into the same spot. Pull through, tighten it up, bring it into that same spot where we've been going into. That little spot's going to get all the action. That's where we're going to be working it into. And then we find those two there, and we get to tie them together. Ooh, Angel, hello, hello. Shatika, good morning. Carol and Anglin, hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sonia. Momentos de Crochet, hello, Manuela, hello. Come on in. Working on a chicken. Look at that. We just got the wings on. Now, we have one more thing before we stuff and fill. What do? We have legs. In our legs, they want us to chain 24. What? Chain 24, thread the chain between the stand. Oh, I see. I forgot how we're making it. Okay. With our gold, we're going to chain 24. Leaving a little tail there. Making our chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Yes, you need help, KB. Come on. You're in the right place. What was it? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I forgot to show you what we're making. We're making little chicken legs like this one right here. Okay. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Is that too long? I don't think that's too long because I'm going to make knots on the side and it will make it shorter. So 24, you cut off a tail. Let's see about this. Whoops, came off the hook. And you pull it through and you end your chain. And in the supply list, I told you we needed some beads. You don't have to, but you can. And let's see, I chose these 2 beads here. These 2 pony beads. You can use wooden beads. You can use anything you want. So I put my, oh, look. This hook is not going to fit through there. So I need to go find myself a skinny little hook. A skinny little hook right here. And this is how we're going to thread our beads on. There's one. It wants to roll away. No way, bead. You staying here with me. Put it in, and we have the other bead on here. Okay. All right. So now we're going to have the beads in the center right here for now. Actually, I might have to take one bead out because I forgot about something. But on this one, I'm going to go ahead and make a knot. But when you make the knot, don't make it on the skinny part. Make it on the fat part right here or of the chain. And make sure that it is really in there. And don't worry about this. We're going to feed that through. I'm sorry about this bead. We're taking it off. At the bottom of this chicken, we're going to put our hook in through the first rows on opposite sides, the first rounds. And I'm going to bring this through here. You're going to pull the chain through. Try not to catch other things. Look at that. What the heck did I think I brought in the... There we go. Just pull them through. Okay, now you pulled this through the bottom. Now we can find, that's why that bead was trying to get away. It knew better than me. It knew it wasn't time for it to come on. Now it knows. Okay, thank you, bead, for knowing better than me. Now I'm going to pull that bead through this side, the other part, the other leg, pull it back down. Now we're going to make a knot just like the other side. Okay, we want to make sure that we pull the tail through, because you don't want the tail to be, you know, if you just do it around the tail, you'll have a tiny little knot, and it won't keep this bead on. You see, if you make a thicker knot, it keeps the bead on. Okay, now we're going to get our needles. This needle is what we're going to need for the end. All I do is just insert it into that knot. You can put that bead down. You can work your yarn through here. And basically, we're just hiding it because it's already knotted. So we don't have to worry about that. But we don't want it to come through. So we're just kind of basically weaving it here where the bead is going to live. And we can cut this. And we pull our bead down. And it's there, okay? Now we're going to do the same thing to this side, okay? Guys, we're almost done with this. I know we've been here a little while, but you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it. Chickens are worth it. Let's see, I like to go over the knot right here. Go in there again. Okay. And then pull this thing back. And then you have little legs in the bottom of your chicken. Oh my gosh. Little legs that dangle. Hopefully you put them straight or not like me. Okay, so when you have your chicken like this, I have, now my legs are going from side to side and not from this side and this side. So I should have done it like that, but that's okay. This chicken is a little funny. Ooh, it's got little feet. That's okay. All these other pieces of yarn we're stuffing back in here. We're ready to close this puppy up. I mean, this chicken. Okay, so this is the long tail that we left over here. Everything else can go inside. We're going to get our stuffing. Sometimes I'll put it on Ziploc bags whenever I'm going somewhere. So I take it like that. Make sure that it gets stuffed on the inside, on the corners. Do it in little pieces so you know you get them in there and you work your fingers in there. Stuff it as fat as you want. Who doesn't like a fat little chicken? Okay. Look at that. Get back in there, stuffing. Now we have our tail here that we had on a stitch marker. So that's where we're going to insert our hook. Or do we want a needle? Let's do a needle. Let's just pull this out through here. And we're going to sew all the way up its back. And then we're going to have ourselves a chicken. All right. This is that first long tail we left after making those 3 tails on the back. How many of you guys are making this chicken? Or y'all just watching, enjoying Angie go through all this alone? Okay, I got 65 likes, people. I'm shooting for 100. Can y'all please help me? Leave me some likes. Go sub to my channel. The best way to subscribe to support me. Okay, look, I'm gonna put it through both of these loops here. You can sew it however you want. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go through the back loops only, like this. Can you see that? Back loops only, and work my way down. And you don't have to tighten it yet, but you can tighten it like a little stitch. Just try to, don't miss a stitch if if you can. Tighten it. And I pinch it together like this, and it makes it so much easier. I didn't go to my crochet meeting yesterday. I'm so sad. But I was so tired. I had some infusions done, so I was at the doctor's office for a while. Nothing major. I just have to have iron. My blood pressure is very, very low. So every time I stand up, I am dizzy. She says, you are probably dizzy. And I said, I am always. Every time I stand up, she goes, you got to stand up slowly. And your blood pressure is very low, but not low enough to, I guess, to scare her. But I saw she was a little concerned. So if it's low next time, like this low, I always have low blood pressure. Even when I was heavier, my blood pressure was really low. Okay, so this is the end. I'm almost stuffing it. Do I need any more stuffing? Stick your finger in there and decide what you want to do. I don't think I need any more stuffing. So now I'm going to continue on sewing it closed. And then I will go into this one here and sew it up where the comb is there. Uh-oh. Oh, I need some coffee. Coffee. I'm going to go through here because I feel like there's a gap there. And I'm going to go in through here and close it up. Just make your stitches nice and pretty. Nice and pretty. I mean, it is stitched closed here, but I'm just going in there just for security reasons. Security reasons. Who's shy? Who is shy, Amy? Definitely not me. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to work my way back. A couple of stitches. Work my way back. Just put it in there where you can't really see it. Okay. Then I'm going to end it on its tail. Sorry, little chicken. Sorry, chicken. There we go. Chicken is done. Look at that chicken. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I might zoomed out all the way. Look at that chicken and his little legs. You can add a chain loop through here if you want, a ribbon or a keychain. You can add, let's see if I have them here. I thought I had a whole bunch of hooks here, or let's see. Sometimes I have these little wooden dowels here that I bought. They're like skewers. Well, sometimes I just put this in the center of the magic ring, and then I can just go put this in a plant. And then I can just have it right here with me all the time. Now this chicken is not going to be alone. This one has a string here. Let's see. Let's turn you around this way. And let's clean this mess off. Can we clean this mess off? And we have our heart chicken that I found the other day that I need to put the beads on. You got another chicken around here anywhere? Any other chickens? Nope. Nope. That's it. These are the friends. This is the chicken club. This one's a little different, but still very accepted. Oh, guys, I hope that you did learn how to work this magic ring. And if not, please go back and rewatch this. It will be on my channel. If you can't see it right away, it's because it needs some time. And for sure, it will be there tonight or tomorrow in the morning. And then you can have a little chicken like this. And it's very easy. It just took us a long time because I'm teaching you on. I'm too busy talking and all that kind of stuff, guys. But there we go. Chicken time. Chicken time, chicken time. I think he looks pretty much like this one, except for he doesn't have legs. I might have to make legs for him. Yes, he needs legs. Wouldn't that be just so adorable? And then we need to, we didn't make the nest, but make a nest like I showed you before. You stop about right here, and then she can sit in the nest, okay? All right. Thank you guys for joining me and supporting me and leaving me all these beautiful likes. I totally appreciate it. And this is Crochet Along Wednesdays in the yarn room. Welcome back to next week. Same time, same bat channel, same bat time. If you're old, you know what that means. my next live will be Saturday, scheduled live, and then Monday is Messy Mondays. But Saturday is our crochet meeting here. And of course, I may be doing some spontaneous lives. Who knows? Okay, guys. See you. See you later. Cluck, cluck. Bye.